One persistent myth about Gen Z is that we simply can't survive in the real world. It's a cliche that older generations too often fall back on, that we are fragile, overly dependent, and unprepared. That framing builds a narrative of Gen Z as lacking resilience, and that narrative seeps into education, systems, workplaces, and even politics. Much of this myth is fueled by generational and cultural gaps. There's a tendency to point to our comfort with modern technology or our openness about mental health challenges and to interpret those things as a sign of softness. Social media plays into it as well. Viral posts frequently depict Gen Z as easily offended or incapable of handling pressure with calm. While it's true that many in my generation struggle with stress, anxiety, or burnout, those aren't actually new problems. But perhaps we are more willing to talk about them instead of hiding them. According to a recent Vice article, 77% of Gen Z job seekers have brought a parent along to at least one job interview. In many of those cases, the parent didn't just drive them, they sat in on the interview, answered questions, or even helped negotiate salary. On one hand, that trend is often held up as proof of Gen Z's supposed inability to act independently, but on the other hand, it can also reflect a generation accustomed to deep partnership, support systems, and transparency. We're facing pressure points that older generations could not have imagined: skyrocketing student debt, economic instability, climate crisis, and geopolitical tensions. Now, these are real burdens, and many of us are stepping up to meet them with creativity, resolve, and openness because we are digital natives. We also have the advantage of using technology as a tool, connecting across borders, building new platforms, and coming up with ideas that older mindsets sometimes dismiss. So next time you find yourself tempted to see Gen Z as unable to cope, I suggest you try to reframe it. Perhaps we are not failing to handle the real world, but redefining what coping means today. We are evolving methods of resilience, leaning on networks, refusing to hide our vulnerabilities, and choosing cooperation over silent suffering. And that, I believe, might be the new form of strength in a changing world. Thank you for listening.
Auntie Billy, and that's how I can start my social media.